What's up, good people? How you doing? It's Larry Jones. Pleased to meet you if you're new to the page. As a matter of fact, if you're new to the page, go ahead and hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. It's greatly appreciated. Hang with us. We're going to help you make some money. Today, we're going to talk about Coinbase, how it dominated the market, how it killed Bitcoin mining companies today, and did we get in or not? All of that and more in just a few seconds. All right, so as we all know, Coinbase just dominated the market today. It was a crazy day in the market. It was a crazy day for me. I was trying to keep you guys updated. Briefly go over. This morning I made a video telling you guys that I'm not getting in on a day one. So for instance, the high today with Coinbase was 429 and the low was 310. That's a difference of $119. So somebody bought it at 310, somebody bought it at 429, right? You ever been on a plane and you're sitting on the plane and someone beside you tells you how much they paid for their ticket and it's a third of what you paid? You know, that's how some of you guys should be feeling. And so at the end of this video, I'm going to play a video explaining the difference between an IPO and a direct, I keep saying direct offering, a direct listing. All right. So at the end of this video, I'm going to play the difference between an IPO and a direct listing, because there is a difference that you need to know from here on out. All right. All right. So let me start with this morning. All right. I got a lot to cover. So the effect on the Bitcoin mining companies. So as you know, as you can see, Riot, Mara, BTBT, whatever blockchain, Hive, whatever blockchain you have, including Tesla, took a dip today because people were pulling money out and going over to Coinbase because they feel like what they had was paper money and then that's real money. What I mean by that is the blockchain companies, the money is good, everything was good, but it's like having 10 dimes instead of $1. And so people are going to Coinbase because they want to exchange the 10 dimes for $1. That's basically what's happening, okay, with Coinbase. I still have some Riot. I'm going to hold my Riot. Mara, I've sold out most of my positions. As you guys know, that's been following me. I've been doing profit taking. And this is why I keep saying we have to do profit taking some of the times when we get frothy, because we don't know what could happen. This just came out of the blue. I wasn't expecting this. Most people was not expecting this. As a matter of fact, most were thinking that it was going to be good for mining companies. I thought it would be good. I didn't know this was going to happen, but it's exactly what happened. You might be saying, what happened? Well, why Tesla? Tesla has 1.5 billion into Bitcoin. So I just believe that the hype will wear off and things will start coming back for the Bitcoin mining companies. I pray. Pray with me, folk. Let's hold hands and pray. Please. We need that, right, good people? So that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. Then I'm going to talk about how I would invest $500. I'm sorry, $5,000, $10,000. It doesn't matter. How I would invest it, knowing that this IPO was coming up. All right, you ready? If I had $5,000, I would take $1,000 and invest it into Coinbase, but not on the first day, like I've been telling you guys since last year. Whenever you hear the term, this may be the biggest IPO ever, this may be the biggest direct listing ever, that is a telltale sign to not buy it on the first day. All right. So I would probably, actually, to be honest with you, if I have 5,000 to invest in there, I would only put 500 into Coinbase, buying the IPO, or I'm sorry, the direct listing. I would put the other in altcoins. As a matter of fact, I would buy Bitcoin with it. I would download the app provided below, Coinbase, thank you. And I would buy, you could buy Ethereum, Bitcoin, ADA, and Mana. Here's why. In the past week, Ethereum is up 11%. Bitcoin is up 7%. And ADA, the one I'm the most bullish on, is up 13%. For those of you that say why you're so bullish on it, it's up 13%. And I bought it at 88 cents, and it's like $1.44. Some are predicting by the end of the year it could be $5. Some are predicting that it could be $10. I would just say YouTube ADA. All right. And then Mana, we went over that, is up 8%. And so I would invest in the altcoins and get some Ethereum and a little Bitcoin. I would be more bullish on Ethereum than I am Bitcoin now because I believe that Ethereum is going to slingshot past Bitcoin. And then I think ADA is going to slingshot past Ethereum because of their technology. I'm not going to do a deep dive into that. I want you guys to just YouTube ADA, okay? And you'll see all of the videos about it and you'll understand why. It's a lot about their technology, the blockchain technology. They're making it better. They're going to be big and you want to get in now, all right? So click the link below, the Coinbase app, download it, put $100 in. As a matter of fact, just put some money in there and buy some. Just roll with me on this. Trust me on this one. A few months from now, you're going to be saying, again, I should have listened. Now, I'm not telling you to go crazy. Do your own research. Remember, I'm not your financial advisor. But Bitcoin is here to stay, good people. Banks are buying it. Cities are using it to pay their employees and accept it. I mean, Tesla, 1.5 billion, and more institutions will be buying. Okay. Wanted to share that with you guys. All right. So here's another thing that I want you to understand. And you guys say, why do you push Coinbase so much? Here's why. I'm finna go to Coinbase right now. So the market has been closed for 2 hours, right? I'm going to Coinbase here and I'm going to click on Quick Trade and I'm going to put coin in, COIN, boom. And I'm going to buy a share at 348. Now, I'm just buying a share right now and watch how easy this is, all right? Let's go back to here. After hours, see that? After hours, I'm going to buy one share. Okay, buy, boom, done. All right? That's how easy it is, good people. I wanted to share that with you. The market has closed 2 hours ago and I'm buying it cheaper than most of you have bought it. Now, today is not the day I choose to buy it. I'm probably going to look at it Friday or Monday. You know, it may be up, it may be down, but I know that I didn't buy it at the high. I believe it's going to pull back. And remember, whenever there's an IPO or direct listing with a lot of hype around it, just chill. Split your money up into 4 parts. Like I always say 3, but split your money up into at least 4 to 3 parts. Meaning, if you've got $900, put $300 in today and then another $300 tomorrow, you know, or whenever you see a pullback and then another $300 when you see another pullback. Of course, with $300, you wouldn't have been able to participate in this, but you understand what I'm saying. So don't have FOMO, fear of missing out, and you just got to get in. You got to get in. It's costing. All right. So at the end of this video, I want you guys to listen to the difference of an IPO and a direct listing. You don't want me to just yell stock at you every day and you don't learn anything, because knowing this right now is going to save some of you guys a lot of money. I just want to make sure I covered everything. I did. Again, good people, if you see correspondent below that talks about a WhatsApp, a phone number, or contact my broker. It's not me, it's spam. Not just on my page, but on anybody's page. It's spam. Do not engage. Don't send anybody in your information. I haven't asked anything from you guys. So don't worry about it's not me, it's spam. All right. So I'm going to reiterate. Instead of dumping all your money into buying Coinbase, download the app. I have a link below, all right? Deposit $100 and start buying some of these coins. Buy some Ethereum, buy some Bitcoin, buy some ADA. Those are the ones I am the most bullish on, especially ADA. I just think that by September, October, you're going to be like kicking yourself. And I'm actually keeping mines for actually some years. I'm not trying to get rid of it right away. I'm trying to keep it for years, okay? Some of you guys will be able to pay off your house mortgage. You'll be able to buy a house. And remember, Bitcoin is volatile. It's volatile. It'll run up, and then it'll sharp pull down. But believe it or not, as much hype has been around Bitcoin, we're still, I believe, in the early stages of it. Really, still. Look at the market caps of where it's going. Look at the adoption. More and more banks and institutions are just getting into it. As a matter of fact, that's why you couldn't buy it, at your normal trading time. It was just you were locked out, even though they have a lockout where they can't sell, but you were locked out until they got their money straight. Then you were able to get in. All right. So good people, I hope this helped you guys. Remember, when there's a ton of hype, do not get on the first bite. All right. Again, if you haven't hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell, please feel free to do so right now. But just remember, I got 2 links below, and this is why I'm pushing these 2 links, right? And I am an influencer for Webull. But the Coinbase, download it, start getting into Bitcoin. It's going to show you some videos. And at the end of that video, if you finish watching those videos teaching you how to use the app and teaching you about Bitcoin, it's going to reward you and give you some free Bitcoin. Then I want you to click the link, the app, for those of you that don't have it, the Webull app. I just bought a share of Coinbase in real time. Click the link below, right? Deposit $100. You will qualify. You will get 2 stocks, but you qualify to get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. All right, good people. That's all for today, man. I've just been working. I've been keeping y'all informed today. Pray for me as I pray for you. We love you guys. We'll see you later. Live, love, laugh, and learn.
So this is kind of in the simplest format, the best way to explain this. So if I decide to go with an IPO, Chung Shoes is going to create new shares, and we're going to go on what we call the roadshow. So we'll go around the country, find investors that are interested in buying these new shares. Ultimately, what we end up doing is that we'll build a book of demand, find out who wants to buy these shares, and ultimately we'll sell them for money. On the day of the IPO, all of those new shares will be sold, which means that I've made a big raise on capital from all the money from that transaction. Then those shares will hit the public market on the New York Stock Exchange. Now, in a direct listing, it's completely different. Now, keep in mind that I already have existing investors. So Julie and Adam, for example, they've already invested in Chung Shoes. They, in this case, in a direct listing, will take those existing shares and just put them on the market. And that means that at the New York Stock Exchange, those shares are not created. They're not new. They're just simply shares that previous investors have had that are now going public. So no capital raise in this situation. Now, why would we go with a direct listing? Well, there's 2 main reasons. The first is there's no stock dilution. So obviously, because we're not creating new stock, we're not diluting the value of the existing stock that exists out there. The second reason is there's no lockup. We need to illustrate the lockup a little bit further because it does get a little bit complicated. So let's create a new example again. We have Julie and Adam, who are both previous investors. Again, they were early investors in us before we were public, and they own shares of my company. If I went with a traditional IPO, Julie, you're in jail. You're not allowed to do anything
Apparently.
with these shares. Sorry about that. But unfortunately, because of the fact that we've gone out on the roadshow, we've asked other investors to invest in these shares. What we don't want you doing is taking all the shares that you had from the get-go and then dumping them on the market to capitalize off of all those investors that we talk with to get those shares going public. But in direct listing, the whole point of it is to get the insiders to put their shares on the market. So Adam, if you are if you were an investor of Chung Shoes early, you could sell ahead of the IPO. You can go into the private markets and find a counterparty to transact with, or you can wait until the IPO day. You can sell it 10 minutes after we open. You can sell it at the open. You can agree to have the initial shares that are on the open. You could sell it tomorrow or 4 months from now. There are no restrictions. But Julie, there might be a contract that says you can't sell these shares within the first 6 weeks or 2 months after we go public. Now, the last point that I want to make here is that there is a distinct difference between the goals of an IPO and a direct listing. Again, I mentioned that there's dilution implications and lockup implications, but obviously with the IPO, as I mentioned earlier, you're raising money in that case. So you probably need the money for research and development to grow your company, what have you. But also, that comes with a cost. You need to pay underwriters to go on the roadshow and build that book of demand. So it does cost substantially more than a direct listing. In a direct listing, you're not raising money. Again, you're just taking the shares that are available privately and you're putting it on the public market. But this is cheaper to do. You still need to have underwriters because you still need to gauge the demand, right? You need to make sure that there are enough insiders that are willing to put their shares on the public market. But the cost of that is much cheaper to do.